Que mi gente, how are you doing? Thank you so very much for joining us. It's another Monday, and hopefully we'll have a great show with you today. We have a Tejano vocal powerhouse who I called 2 years ago. I think maybe 3 years ago. She was my VIP at Las Vegas because she did the very best performance that I had seen at Vegas that Vegas convention. And she is freshly off of performing this past weekend over in Mexico. And hopefully we'll get to hear some more information about her, what's going on with her, and some more info about her music and everything else. The one and only Savannah V. Let me go ahead and cue up that intro. It goes like this. Check it out.
Yo tengo dos amantes y no sé qué hacer.
Hello! How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? I'm sorry that we had to get you like after your return from, doing all your traveling and stuff.
Oh, it's okay. It's a blessing.
Thank you so very much for being here. How are you? How are you feeling? I know you look terrific as always.
Thank you. I am running on fumes, but I'm loving and I am taking every moment in and thanking God for where I am at the moment, and I think I'm still in an awe. That's
Yeah.
where I'm at.
Yeah. Well, it's always good that you're coming off of a high of performing in front of a bunch of people, because that's always wonderful to have, to get that reciprocal love that you get from your fans, especially in a
Oh,
foreign place.
yes.
I saw the footage that I'm talking about because I saw the footage.
Oh
And
gosh,
you know,
that was scary.
but it was wonderful. It was really, really wonderful, and I love that that you were in your element where you belong. Obviously, because I've always talked about your talent. I've always talked about, excuse me, about how talented you are and everything else. And I don't know if you caught the intro of the show, but I had you as my VIP when you performed in Vegas. You did your oh.
La más fuerte was
La
it?
Más Fuerte, yes, you were in the mariachi outfit, and that was the performance. That was the best performance of all of them. That of all the people, because I was there, I go every year, and that one was the one that sealed the deal for me. And me and my friend Buddy, we have a voting thing that we do together. Who's the MVP of the Las Vegas, and you were our MVP that year. So just so you know, I mean, it's like an informal thing. We don't hand out awards or anything else. Maybe I need to start handing out some
Maybe
awards or
you
something.
should. I think that's a really good thing. Everybody has their time, right? Timing
Yeah.
is everything, and everybody has their time. And sometimes it's your time, and sometimes it's not. But you got to take it with a grain of salt and keep going. You got to keep on trucking along.
Yeah, but it was really wonderful. Real quick, let me catch up. Carlos P. Garcia says, "Saludos, NDO. How are you doing?" Rick Badarama is chiming in. He says, "Hello, NDO," and "Hello, Savannah." Says,
Hola,
"Clap, clap, clap,
hola.
clap, clap, clap." The Lone Mescan says, "Hello, everyone." From Saludos from Conroe, Texas. There you
Hola.
go. Very much. And Gavino Perez says, "Hello, NDO and Savannah V. How are you doing?" Gavino, thank you so very much, my friend. I really do appreciate you for helping me out. He helped me distribute a lot of this for me earlier. I was real, how I get sometimes. I'm
Busy for
everywhere. Yeah.
everybody. You
And
have your hands in everything.
and he was like, "I'll do that for you." And I really do appreciate you, Gavino. I really do
Oh, he's
appreciate everything.
awesome. Thank you, Gabino.
Yeah, and Rick Balderrama says Savannah is amazing, and yes, she is. I'm telling you, she is. She's amazing. Well, you
Thank
guys,
you.
you know it
Thank
as well.
you. A lot of mentorship, a lot of work.
Yeah,
That's good.
and Mel goes, "Go Savannah." There you go.
My girl Mel, what's up, girl? I haven't
Yeah,
seen you
yeah.
since last
She's
week. Ah.
well, we're all fans. I think that's really the wonderful thing is that we really appreciate, you know, I follow your career closely. I've followed you for the longest time, believe it or not. And I follow you more closely, obviously, because we have our paths cross closer. I have a very good relationship with Sevi, obviously,
Oh,
and
yes.
and I know him very well, and he's like, I get to hear some of the music that sometimes that you're working on, and I'm just amazed at
Oh,
your
that's not just me, that comes with teamwork, that comes with him kind of sitting there and brainstorming and then telling me, Savannah, let's really, really think about what you're going to do, what you're going to put out next, because what you put out, it's always going to be out there. So you got to make sure you put out stuff that you love, stuff that you really want to be put out for the rest of your life, right? It's going to be put out
yeah
for the rest of your life. So whatever you do, make sure you do it with everything that you have.
yeah. It's never gonna be completely gone. It's always gonna
It's going to
exist.
always be there. So
Yeah,
whatever you release, you got to make sure it's the best of your ability.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Vivian Chavez joins us. Hey, she says, "Hola, DJ NDO. How are you doing, Vivian? Thank you so very much for joining us, sweetheart. I really do appreciate it." Yeah, that's a. I have a show on Sundays that is it's called "Should Have Been a Bigger Hit," where I go back and bring music from artists that were pre this whole situation where our artists would put out an album, but they would
Mhm.
only release two or three songs. And the rest of the album didn't really get released. The album would be released, but the songs wouldn't. And there's a lot of great music that's out there that never got an opportunity to get heard. And that's what
Oh yeah.
we do. And you know, I always say music is not milk. It doesn't spoil. Good music is good music. That's all there is
Yeah.
to it. And you were actually on my show. Well, I featured several of your songs in that show. And just by chance, not because you were going to be here, but just by chance, let me pull up the songs that I had for you. I want to see which ones they were. They were, one of them was from your very first album, believe it or not.
Let me find out.
Hold on. I'm
I was
looking at
just
it.
listening to that too because I was studying.
And I was like, this is a great song. And I was like, oh my gosh. Um, what did I
Ese
put in?
hombre me engañó. That's the one I was jamming out to earlier.
Yeah, hold on. I have to give the names because I want the names to be. I always get the names. I want the names to be right, because it has to fit. Well, because I want you first of all to get your royalties, of course. So
Ay,
yeah, I have
you.
we're
That means a
fully
lot to me.
yeah, we're a fully accredited radio station, so we want to get that really for sure. We want to get that. Um, but I'm trying to find it. I'm sorry.
It's
I
okay.
shouldn't. I
Just
shouldn't have
go,
brought it up.
sir. Go. They're playing right now.
I shouldn't. I shouldn't have brought it up without knowing for sure. I just it popped into my head, and I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, I did." Um, because those are such wonderful songs that were there that you know, we should enjoy. What song that you never got to release, but you really love that you had on one of your albums? What's one of those songs that you were like, man, I wish we would have pushed that song?
Oh, um, actually, the song that I was singing, Ese hombre me engañó. We released Savannah, which was Besame,
Right.
and we released that song. And no, it was it was Mujer de un Hombre that took off. The CD was like the other songs were just scattered. They really
Hmm.
weren't promoted. Um, just because of the team that I had at the time, right? Of course, I recorded with Sebi, but I was in my own little element. I wanted to do what Savannah wanted to do. And um, he's always been such a good, awesome mentor with me. And he's always stuck by my side no matter the hardness head that I have.
Yeah.
It's just being honest, right? You got to be humble sometimes, and you have to be honest
Well,
about your carrera. That's what it is. And so we released that song, and that song did really, really well in Lubbock, Texas. Mujer de
mhm.
un Hombre, and the other songs were just like that beautiful CD. Like if you listen to the CD, when we record, we make sure, of course, this is taught in the studio. You make sure you're if you're gonna put anything on an album, it has to flow with the CD. Has to
Right.
fit like a glove. It doesn't fit like a glove, then it doesn't belong in that album. I'm not gonna make an album that's gonna just have fillers. I mean, you can get that
Right.
from another studio, I don't know, but not with me, you know.
Hmm.
So whatever I release is I really felt it at that moment. And the team was like, okay, I think this is a good song. So we agreed upon it and it did really well. But yeah, that one I really wish Ese Hombre Me Engañó would have been pushed like
Well,
100%.
yeah, Rosie just chimed in. She says her favorite was Burlador. And actually, that's one of the songs that I know was on. I
And
played
that
three of them.
song, there's a story behind that song, Burlador. She makes a good point on that, because we never got the royalties to that song.
Hmm.
That song was released, and me and a girl that I had wrote with, she was a collaborative girl that I wrote with. Her name was Elsa. And we wrote that song and not knowing, not being educated in the industry, right, because sometimes you're not educated and you're coming into this industry, you don't know, you write a song, you want to go in the studio and you think you know what you're doing and you really don't because you don't have
Right.
the team, right? This was without Slack Monster. Okay, this was me going on my own, doing my own little
Hmm.
thing. And so I did that, and we never received our royalties to that song. So that song, we released it, and we never got our flowers. So that's a beautiful song, though. If you go and listen to it,
Yeah.
Burlador is a really good song.
Actually, I think the DAR holds the royalties for that song for 10 years.
Really.
So, yeah.
And see,
Um,
the guy that does have it, he's passed on.
yeah.
So, so it's like, what can we
Yeah.
do?
I actually I know quite a bit about royalties and everything else. I make it my business to know because I offer help for those things. Um,
Then you learn your lesson. So as you get older and as you
yeah.
start doing these things, then you start getting and dissecting into these situations, and you have people like Sevi, you have people like Shelly, you have people, who are sitting there and telling you, no, that's not right. This isn't how you need to do it. This is what you need to do. This is
Yeah.
so I'm lucky and blessed now that I have everything, you know, everything's good. So
Yeah.
you learn your lessons as you go. And that was one of my lessons as a young artist. I was like probably not even 21, 22 years, no, about
Mhm.
22 years old when that happened to me. I'm now
Yeah.
38 years old, but things in the genre, the things in the music it's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't usually see.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. There's so many tricks to getting not tricks, I shouldn't say that. There's so many technical things that we have to be sure that we
We
pay attention.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be educated. If you're not
Yeah.
educated, there's a way to get educated. And that's why you always have friends that know more than you, that are educated in that realm, and that can help you with getting your music onto the right platforms and you getting your royalties and you being able to get into BMI, ASCAP, and making sure you're publishing the music. Because if you're not doing that, well, I'm a prime example. That will happen.
Yeah, Rosie says the one that you did with Rick Fuentes about your mom was a great song. That's what Rosie was saying.
Oh yeah, that song, man. With that song, uh, I remember I didn't have no time. My mother had passed, and I recorded the video. Ryan by Son was just like, Savannah. That song is such a beautiful song. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the video, and we did the video, and it was just so beautiful. I can't sing the song. when we perform. Like it's just
Oh yeah, it's too
go
emotional.
first, go, Rick Ballerama said.
Yeah,
Go, Spurs, go.
I know. I was like, I'm not a big fan of basketball, period. So don't get mad at me. It's
I'm
not.
not. I'm
It's
not. You know,
just
we're San Antonians over here.
yeah, yeah. But that's cool, And it's funny because I went to go see my doctor this past Thursday or Friday, and she was like, "Are you gonna watch the game?" And I was like, "What game?" And she's like, "You don't like the Spurs?" And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not a basketball fan." And
Well,
she's
I'm
like,
a musician, so I really never paid attention to that stuff when I was in school. If I did, it's because I was listening to the band. Or
"Yeah." There you go. There
I
you go.
had a friend that was playing like the drum line or something. So I was
You
right
know
there.
what? That song that I was talking about was called uh, Ese hombre me engañó. That's the
Ese
song.
hombre me engañó, me
Mm,
dijo que
because it is
that's a badass song.
so Savannah V, Ese hombre me engañó. It's a beautiful song. Go out and check it out. I featured it this past weekend on my. It's a recorded show, so that's why
Oh,
I
thank you.
you know,
Thank you for highlighting
yeah.
the classics. That's a good
because
song.
because they're good songs, they need to be heard. There's nothing.
Yes. Yes.
Just because it was released 10 years ago doesn't matter that it's not a good song. It's
There's a
just
lot of songs that actually they don't hit, and then all of a sudden they hit like 5, 6 years later, and you're like, hold up, wait a minute. Look at Mariah Carey. Her song hits every freaking December.
Christmas.
That's
Yes,
how she
that's
lives. That's how she makes her money.
that's right. She needs to get extra cheese on that whopper. So play the
I
song.
love my Mariah Carey.
George Ventus says, "Hey, Que Onda NDO, Cali support Freestyle Tejano, Freestyle Cartel in the building." George, thank you so very much for joining us, brother.
Hey, George.
Let us know who you got on the show so that we can share it with everybody else, brother. George has his own show over on his podcast thing, and he's got a great show. And I always stop by. I don't always stop by, but whenever I get an opportunity, I'll stop by and say hello and everything else. He's a great guy. Roxanne Ruiz says, "Hello, Indio and Savannah from Houston, Texas."
Oh, Houston, Texas. I love you guys. Thank you for the love that y'all gave me yesterday. Oh my God, I could
Yeah.
it's like I could feel it. And thank you.
So you know what? While we have this opportunity, let's go ahead and take a listen to Dos Amantes, which is a great song. Your performance is obviously, I always love hearing you sing because your range is so broad. I think you're hitting at least 4 octaves. Am I wrong?
Thank you. No sé.
Oh, don't even start. No,
No
no,
sé.
don't
I
don't
just
do
do it because
that.
I love it. I don't know.
Don't go there. You know that's you.
Okay.
I pay attention, girlfriend. I know I can play music too. So let's
Oh
let's
my
let's
God.
get that
Don't
right.
make my head big. It's really big. I'm good.
George says, "Saludo everyone, support California," and he also says, "Savannah Votion, saludos, beautiful, amazing artist." Of course,
Thank
yes,
you,
yes,
George.
definitely, definitely.
If that's
Now,
a George and Mary,
huh.
mwah, besos.
There you go. So yes, I've heard you live and I've heard you on your music, and I'm putting you right at four octaves that you can pull off
Wow, and I thought
easily.
I lost an octave after having
No,
that pneumonia. That was for a
no.
whole month. A whole month.
Yes, I remember we had to. But see, here's the deal. The thing is you know how to take advantage of your vocals, and you're not wasteful with your
Overtraining
breath.
and
Yeah,
using muscles that I should not be using in those
yeah.
chords.
You don't waste your
It's
breath.
a lot of the YouTube.
Yeah, you don't waste your breath. That's a best way to put it. You don't waste your breath. Some people they don't know how to use their breathing to get out the sound. You don't have to cheat to get power if you know how to breathe, you
It's
know.
all about the breathing. Big shout out to Miss Bustamante and big shout out to my high school teacher. She always made sure we would do our warm ups before we would sing because I mean, if you're a singer, a real singer knows that liquor, tequila, any type of liquor is just gonna dry your vocals out. Like they say,
Mhm.
oh, se me va, give me a shot or get, no, 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 no. It's like the same thing smoking a cigarette or or smoking before you perform. It's messing with your vocal cords, whatever. It's some what you eat, chili stuff, that's
Mm,
all. So I make sure I don't eat anything like too hot the day of the performance, or I'm not like overly drinking icy stuff because I love like cold drinks, but
yeah,
you can't. You really can't. Um, and it's all about how you treat your vocals. If you're not doing your warm ups, then you're going to strain your vocals. You're gonna hurt your vocal cords, and that's the scary part because as we get older, our vocals start to change. And if
yeah,
you're not taking care of them correctly, you could lose your voice. And that is something that I've always been scared of because this is my baby. This
yeah.
is my
If
instrument.
if you're a singer, that's your instrument. You should take care of your instrument.
Yeah. If
Janie
you
Rios just joined us. She says hello, Savannah. Hello, NDO from Conroe, Texas. Hello, beautiful Janie.
don't know Texas.
Thank you for joining us,
This
beautiful
is
Janie.
Janie.
Real quick, let's go ahead and take a listen to Dos Amantes. It's a beautiful song, and I love the way you sing it. And
Thank you.
it's very controlled. And we'll talk about it right after this. Dos Amantes from the one and only Savannah V. That is the Savannah V. I am Indio here on Kivo Radio.
Evo Radio.
Yo tengo dos amantes y no sé qué hacer. Los amo a los dos y no los quiero perder. Los dos sospechan algo, que algo no está bien. Ayúdame, mi Dios, ayúdame a escoger. Y estoy a punto de tomar la decisión, elegir entre el amor y la pasión. Hazle caso a este corazón que siempre ha tenido la razón. Yo sé que es pecado ante Dios seguir saliendo con los dos. De rodillas te vengo, Señor, dos amantes y eso es mi error. Los dos sospechan algo, que algo no está bien. Ayúdame, mi Dios, ayúdame a escoger. Estoy a punto de tomar la decisión, elegir entre el amor y la pasión. Hazle caso a este corazón que siempre ha tenido la razón. Yo sé que es pecado ante Dios seguir saliendo con los dos. De rodillas te vengo, Señor, dos amantes y eso es mi error.
Nice, 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 super nice. Um, Janie asked, "How did your performance go in Monterrey?" But real quickly, the the song that's what I love about it. It kind of reminds me of like a Juan Graviel.
Oh, thank you. Wow. That's
Well, it's he does this thing, and I was because remember I didn't grow up listening to Spanish music, so when I was introduced to Juan Gabriel, I really didn't understand what he was singing. But what amazed me about his singing style, he had this ability to sing very soft and refrained, and then reach these power notes just immediately, just push to these you know these power notes. And I hear that in your singing. It's first of all, you're able to reach a lower note, which is uh uh
really
uh really, yeah, it's hard for women to get that. You're in a in a D down here, which most women don't sing. And
I think it's a lot of practice. There was times where I wasn't working and I would just sit there in the house, and every day I would practice sing, and that's just what I love to do. So I like to listen to a lot of YouTube, like coaches, they voice coaches, and I think a lot of the thing is having the ability to have these mentors of mine, like Roger
mhm,
Contreras, of course, Shelly Sevi. Um, I had Aisha that would help me with a lot of the background vocals when we were working with Roger, with the Roger band. Because I didn't do background vocals that well. I've never really had. That's never been my niche. My niche is always being front voice. Um, but then again, I am a mariachi. That's my original genre. So coming from singing so bold and singing so like loud and not screaming, but like overly
mhm.
powering, I always want to overpower to come and say, oh, I could sing that song, Si me ves llorar por ti, like 20 years ago. It would have been, excuse my language, hell for me to sing that song. Probably would have ran out of that studio crying because I wouldn't have hit those notes. Um, it's just a lot of the like I said, it's a lot of life. Life. I think life is what helped me become the vocalist I've become. Because I listen to the song, and whether I've been in the song or if I've gone through the gone through the lyrics, which sometimes I haven't gone through these lyrics. They're just lyrics that are written. But you have to play out the song, right?
Yeah, you have to.
Feel the song, because I have to make the audience feel the song. I could sing a song any day. Put me sing a karaoke song, I'll read it to you all day long. But to feel the music is not very easy, and it's hard, very hard to do that. And I think it took a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I'm not even close to where I could be. I think there's so much more I can do with my vocals that I have not even yet found. A lot of us think we're, oh my god, we're just this badass vocalist, and whoa, you hear yourself like 2 days later record a song at home, you're like, holy shit, I didn't know I could do that. You know?
Well, we all have those moments. I don't believe that I'm a very good podcaster, so there you go.
I'm just like, hold on, wait a minute. I did that. Like, hold on, I didn't know I could do that, and
Right.
that's pretty cool because when you get a lot of geniuses in a room to
Yeah.
guide you, and you think you know it, and you really don't, and they tell you like, look, try this. No, 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 try this one, and you're like, holy shit, I get your point. You know what I mean? So it's always good to feel those moments and to live in the moment. And I feel that the reason why my vocals are so good and so strong now, because 2 years ago they weren't. It's the life.
Yeah, and it also helps that you're able to meet the talent that's around you. A lot of people sometimes they don't have the ability to increase their talent level. They've hit their plateau and they're unable to learn more or don't want to learn more. They just want to stay where they're at.
You have to be open minded because we're always learning.
Yeah, definitely. David Vela just joined us. He says, "Hello, NDO, taking another film break, checking out your podcast on my small break." Wow, she can sing, David Vela. Oakland is watching. David, of
Thank
course,
you.
he is our resident actor. By the way, if you have Netflix, David Vela is the Centurion on The Chosen. And so if you have Netflix, watch The Chosen, subscribe to that Chosen, and then give it a thumbs up and tell him, hey, I like that Centurion because he's that way we can keep him working. We have to support each other. And
Yes, we have
thank
to
you,
support
David.
one
Yeah.
another.
Thank you, David,
I'll
for
make sure
joining
to
us.
check it out for you,
There
David.
you go. It's a great show. It's a different perspective on some of the stories that we've been hearing on Sunday. La Reina says Savannah V is fire, and La Reina,
Thank you.
she is a wonderful wonderful artist out of Lubbock, Texas.
Oh
I
yeah, I
love
know who she is. I've
uh,
shared the stage with her before.
yeah, I love her to death.
Put her
She's
on stage and she sang my music and freaked me out. And I was like, oh, you know my music.
she's wonderful. I love her to death. The Lone Mexican says awesome vocals. He really loves it. And you know what? I forgot to mention that the Lone Mexican and Janie, they are grandparents to I already lost. Oh my gosh, the young female that's with Shelly Lattice, who
Oh, Allie.
Allie. Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name.
She's so
Yeah, Allie.
sweet.
And Allie's grown into a beautiful artist as well. I mean, first of all, she just grew really fast. She was like 12
I
yesterday.
know, and all of a sudden like 15, and you're like, hold on, mija, wait.
Oh, you're
Time
right.
goes by like that. We don't have
Yeah,
time, guys. There's not enough
yeah,
time in the world, so we gotta get
yeah.
on.
Yeah, he says, tried reaching out to you. Keep on rocking. Well, I'll just send me a text message, bro, and we'll have when I'm back in San Antonio, we'll have lunch or wherever you're at. But no, Allie's a wonderful person, and it's wonderful to see how that growth has been, and they're just great people. They're wonderful people. I love them to death, both Alfredo and Janie. They're terrific people. Let's see here. Elizabeth Rodriguez Garcia says, Saludos, Savannah, desde Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, that's my girl.
There you go.
She's another vocalist and a songwriter. She's written me a couple of songs. We've talked about kind of getting some of those songs in the studio and see what we can do. But you know, it's a lot. It's a lot to get your team together and kind of like brainstorm and get all that
Well,
work.
Elizabeth, if you have any music, Elizabeth, just go ahead and send it in to admin@qvoradio.com. That goes for any artist or any band that's out there that you want your music. You only really need two things. First of all, it has to be recorded at industry standards. If you don't know what that is, DM me and I'll give you that information. And you have to have an ISRC code. That's not for me, that's for you. That's so that way you can get your royalties, because QVO Radio is a fully accredited radio station with ASCAP, BMI, CSEC, and SOCOR. So that way you can get your royalties. But yeah, send it on in. I welcome all music. I'm a proponent for new music. I want to promote as much Tejano music that's out there, so that way if we don't support each other, then who's going to do it for us?
Exactly.
That's what we have. Janie says, I love your voice. There you
Thank
go.
you, Janie. Thank you.
That's wonderful. A good friend, Rick Phoenix Mansell, says, hey, brother NDO. Hi, Savannah Votion. Saludos desde Harlingen, Texas.
Oh, I can't wait to go back to the valley. I love the valley, my people. I love your food. Go for
Well,
the tamales.
Rick is actually he has a rock and roll band. He's a rocker. And it's really awesome. He joins us and everything else. He's let us know what you're doing, brother. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, it's like this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's like this, okay? Because Jamas, it's Joey Jamas. He's like, Savannah, it's like this. It's like this. Okay, so.
Yeah, actually, that's sign language for
Oh,
I love you.
I do love you. His is
That's
like
it.
this and mine's like this.
Roxanne says, yes, I love her vocals. Kill it. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Gigi La Chicana. Oh my goodness. How are you doing, sweetheart? She says, Saludos de Mission, Texas. Hello, Indio and
Hola,
Savannah.
Gigi.
How are you doing, Gigi? Let us know how you are doing, sweetheart, and what are your show? So what's going on with your show? She's also wonderful, a great artist, and she's got a great show as well.
What?
And yeah, Roxanne says everyone here in Louisiana watching the Spurs.
We repping the Spurs. We gotta rep
Yeah,
the
yeah, Richie,
Spurs.
go Spurs, go! There you go. Got it. There you go. Rick Mansos, amigos, saludos. I'm trying to keep up. I'm sorry. Let's see here. It's Tejano. TV says, hey, shout out from DFW. It says, what time is it? It's always Tejano time. There you go.
It's always
Tejano time. They're watching us. The Lone Mexican says, I seen Ram introduce you in Monterrey. How exciting, and had you ever performed in Monterrey, Mexico before?
So no, I never performed in
Oh,
Monterrey.
wow.
As soon as we hit the ground, I just started crying because I mean, as a little girl, I grew up to listening to nothing but Tejano music. My grandfather that's all he would play. My dad, like everybody in my family, would play nothing but Tejano music, and I grew up, of course, with the inspiration of, oh my God, one day I'll be just like Elida. I'll be just like these girls that are so amazing and so talented. These Tejano artists, and I would go to the festivals every fiesta because I was a marquette at the Market Square, and that was just a dream of mine. And when I got the call, I was cleaning my house and like just throwing a bunch of crap away. Um, and I said, hell yeah, I'll take that. I had to go get an expedited passport because I didn't have a passport. So I got a call on a Sunday. I had to get my passport 72 hours later. And I had to drive all the way to Houston at 2:30 in the morning to be there by 7:15.
Mm.
I waited all day long that Wednesday to get my passport. I got my passport, and when we left, as soon as I hit that ground in Mexico, in Monterrey, I cried my eyes out because that's that little girl's dream, and and it's crazy that I have someone that has supported me for very many years, taking me on as his own. So it's an honor. Um, that experience itself was very very. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I get nervous, but I mean these were nerves because there was over 2,000 people, and while I'm singing my song, they're singing the song to me. Like, what? And I couldn't, in my mind, I'm like, don't look at them because what if you fall? Or you're gonna, so I'm trying to look up and I'm like, oh my God, Lynn, for real, they were dancing. And she's like, no dancing. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, I couldn't go to sleep that night. I only slept an hour. I think about, I know they had about an hour and a half of sleep. I only had an hour of sleep because we had to be at the airport by 6 in the morning. And we had went to, we were driving around Monterrey looking at the beautiful city. And
Mm.
got to go see the Bentley store and see all these beautiful high towers, beautiful, beautiful hotels, and just man, I wish I could. I can't wait to go over there again. I know I'm going to go over there again. Thank you to Monterrey. Muchísimas gracias por tu apoyo. Gracias por having me there. I don't speak Spanish. No hablo mucho inglés. So estoy bien orgullosa. And just the people that have been messaging me, I have gained so many fans in less than 2 days.
Mm.
And the experience, I will never, ever, ever take this for granted. I know my grandfather would be very, very proud because that's where my family and that's where my roots come from. So I'm very, very grateful.
Well,
Thank you to the people, to Ram and to his wife for believing in me. Yeah.
that's beautiful. And actually, I'm looking at it right now. We've got looks like we've got right around 264 people listening in from Monterrey. So,
Ah, muchísimas gracias, Monterrey. Te quiero mucho.
so
Agarra
that's
todas
good.
mis canciones en todos los digital plataformas. El nombre es Savannah V, como Victorious.
Well, that's one of the questions that Elizabeth Rodriguez Garcia had was Savannah, how was the people receive you in Monterrey? I truly hope you keep performing in Mexico. And obviously, Janie also had that question earlier that, how was it, in Monterrey, which is, I'm glad that you answered that. Ladies, I hope that was the answer that you were hoping for. The Lone Mexican says, "Hey, Ali has roots in close to Monterrey as well. Both sides of her family that they do have roots in there, which is great to have to go there." And Janie responded with, "That's awesome! What a beautiful experience!" And I will tell you this: for me, I think it's wonderful that you have crossed another milestone, and it's wonderful that you to see you react. Because I don't see you in that light. I see you as an already well accomplished artist and everything else. And forgive me for seeing you that way, but it's not necessarily. I've always put you up here as a well accomplished superstar because that's how I see you. I see you up here.
That's how we should see each other.
Yeah, and
They see themselves right here. I've always seen myself up here.
yeah,
I want to be up here. It's hard to stay up there though. Sometimes you start to like
yeah,
go back up there, but um, you got to keep going.
yeah. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful to cross those milestones and be first of all, be present and understand that that's a real thing that's happening. And secondly, appreciative because sometimes things happen to artists and they're not, and they don't appreciate the accomplishments that they have. We should always be appreciative to everything. That's why I have my 12 days of Christmas. Ar- uh, 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 I buy merch from artists all throughout the year, and I give it away at the end of the year to all the listeners for as a thank you to all the stuff. This past year, I gave away a little over $2,500 worth of stuff
Oh,
because it was so special to me. We reached 1,500,000 listeners. It was wonderful, and
oh, congratulations!
I couldn't be more thankful for all the people that listened to some guy. Who am I? I'm just some guy from Vancouver,
Exactly. That's
Texas.
how I felt. I was like, what? They know my music? The girl's singing it to me. And I'm like, okay, do I cry or do I just keep like,
Keep singing,
sing, girl, don't you cry. Go
right,
ahead and you kick
keep
ass, you know?
keep singing. Don't stop.
Yeah.
George asked the question: you started your musical journey at the age of 10. Looking back, what is the biggest piece of advice you would give to that little girl stepping onto the stage for the very first time? Good question, George.
Be yourself. It's easy to get into all these different situations, but make sure you stay in school, because school is everything. Um, I would say stay in school and make sure, if you want to be a vocalist, if that's what you really, 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 really want to do, you do your vocal lessons and you speak to your choir teacher. Make sure you're at every competition and URL. First chair, try to be first chair. I was. So, but just don't ever stop. Keep going. Don't stop. And people may say, "Oh, music is everything." Yes, it is, but so is school. So if you can go to school and college to go in for music, well, study music and then go from there. Because it's not an easy genre. It not genre. It's not an easy business in any musical industry. I mean, you can go to rap. You can go. I've done it all, and Tejano's always been really, really good to me. My fans are very good to me. That's one thing about them, is that they've been following me since I started. And a lot of them, they've been following me since I was a Marquette at the Market Square from the age of 10, 8 years old. Um, see me sing with Demi, see me sing with Crystal, Hay unos ojos,
Mhm.
karaoke, just it was something that my family believed in, and just don't listen to your friends if they're into some bad things and they want to do those bad things with you. Those aren't friends. People that want to sit
Yeah.
there and stay away from drugs, because drugs will ruin everything. And the drinking and the partying, you can do all of that later on, once you're already accomplished, once you've already done everything that you're supposed to do. Then later on you can have fun. But if that's what you really want to really put in your mind to, don't stop, do it, and shoot for the stars, and always thank God first.
Don't stop believing.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go. Great answer. Janie says, I'm so happy for you. I'm crying with you. That was great.
Oh, that means everything to me.
Yeah. Ford Muscle Luis, he says, saludos, Savannah V from Houston, Texas.
Man, Houston, Texas, y'all are so amazing.
There you go.
That line when we got off the stage yesterday, I didn't know I had that many, people there. Of course, I'm like, yeah, they're here for Ram. This is Ram the man.
Yeah.
We got Rambo right here, and I'm there, and they're like, no, we want to take a picture with you. I'm like, who, me? Me. Yeah, they're awesome. I love my people in Houston. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Ford says, bravo, Ali, for singing at the gig, which was so much fun. And Ali had a gig this weekend, I'm assuming. And then George says, facts, well said, Savannah Votion, well said.
Oh, yeah, because I've been through it, so I know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing, Let's go ahead and take a listen to another one of your songs. This one's still doing very, very well here on the radio.
I'm sorry, my dog's making all these noises. It sounds like a little pig standing right next to me, but it's just my old English bulldog making all her crazy Kroger noise.
I think it's Tejano time. Said, hey, do I hear a smoke detector chirp?
Oh yeah, because we need to change those batteries, and I don't do that, so my husband needs to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just take them off. No.
Get a ladder.
Take them off. Okay.
Yeah. If you have an issue with it, just take a ladder and some batteries over to her house, and you do
can
it.
put it on there for me. Hey, how about that? How about them apples?
No, this song is doing real well ever since you released it. I think it's about 6 months old, but it's still a beautiful song. It's a interesting song, and we'll talk about it. It's called Con Otra. Yeah, it's a good song.
That's my favorite song.
Do you? Well, it's good
my favorite
because
song from the past year that I've released.
Yeah.
So far for this year, because I haven't shown him what I got. Right?
Well, it's a good song. By the way, the Lone Meskin says, I want to see the bulldog.
Oh, I want to see my baby. Hold on.
That's there you go. So
She's
now
actually had 2 cameo appearances. She's been in 2 music videos. So
there you go.
And she took over one of my photo shoots. I paid like $300 for a photo shoot one time. I took her with me because she was gonna just do one shot. No, but the guy wasn't even paying attention to me. He was paying attention to her, and all the shots were on the dog. So, yeah, she's famous.
Yeah, well, he loved the hearts. The Lone Meskin gave a bunch of hearts to it. Let's go ahead and take a listen to Con Otra from Savannah V, the one and only Savannah Votion, right there. I'm NDO from QVO Radio, right here. Check it out.
Bienvenidos al tierra de las verdaderas chingonas. Ven al frente de la línea, agarra a tu pareja y tu señor. Canta conmigo y mueve tu cintura. Y si tú eres falso, quédate en su pinche casa. Baila conmigo hasta el amanecer. Muévete al ritmo, es tu noche. Nada debe, nada teme. Robado se va lo que robado viene. Tu papá y mamá debieron enseñártelo. Te enloqueces cuando él habla conmigo. Él me extraña y yo ni siquiera lo miro. Niña, no tengo intenciones de quitártelo. pero fuiste mala y todo se paga. No soy tu enemiga, tienes tu enemigo durmiendo en tu cama y muy despistada. Te estás cuidando de la equivocada. No te deseo el mal, pero él te va a engañar con otra, será con otra y recordarás de cómo tú te reías el día en que estuve en tu lugar. Y no lo dudo, te lo aseguro. No te deseo el mal, pero él te va a engañar con otra, será con otra y recordarás de cómo tú te reías el día en que estuve en tu lugar. Y no lo dudo, te lo aseguro. Te va a engañar. La inseguridad lo vuelve loco. No fuiste tú el problema, yo tampoco. El amor que esperas no va a dártelo. Yo jamás te haría lo que me hiciste, y con todo y eso que dijiste, aún así pudiera perdonártelo. Pero fuiste mala y todo se paga. No soy tu enemiga, tienes tu enemigo durmiendo en tu cama y muy despistada. Te estás cuidando de la equivocada. No te deseo el mal, pero él te va a engañar con otra, será con otra, recordarás de cómo tú te reías el día en que estuve en tu lugar. Y no lo dudo, te lo aseguro. No te deseo el mal, pero él te va a engañar con otra, será con otra y recordarás de cómo tú te reías el día en que estuve en tu lugar. Y no lo dudo, te lo aseguro. Te va a engañar.
I wouldn't want to be that guy.
Yeah, how the tables turn the whole time. Don't play those games. Don't play those games.
Yeah, that's well, first of all, I don't have the courage or the luck to say,
I mean, how can you do that though? Like it doesn't. Dang, us women are a lot. You know what I mean? To have two, golly, you must be really, really struggling
yeah,
with
no.
messages.
Roger Jalen Yana says, "Hello, everyone. How are you doing, Roger? Thank you so very much for
Hola,
joining
¿cómo
us.
estás?
Thank you so very much. Yeah, I don't have,
Stop.
I don't have the energy or the looks to get two
Right? Like
women.
the energy, we already, us Latinos are already a lot. To have two? Oh my
No,
God, I feel sorry for you.
yeah, I had already told my mom when I was a kid, I was like, when I was like 17, 16, 17 years old, I was like, never dating another Latina ever again. They're too much
Oh.
trouble. They're just, they're psycho.
When we were on the cruise, it was me and my friend. You probably know her, Amanda Solis. I love her
Yes.
to death.
Yeah.
we were like two peas in a pod. As soon as we hit the freaking cruise, we're like, whoop, like this, and we're walking there like. One of the guys who was making the pizzas, he's like, "Look, there goes the toxicas," and I'm like, "Hi, how are you? Can you make me a pizza?"
Right. Yep. Yep. No, I ended up marrying a Latina, so
my grandfather tells my husband one day. My grandfather had dementia and he had Alzheimer's. And he was already getting older. He wouldn't drink anymore. We would try to give him the non-alcoholic beers, and for some reason he knew. And one time he tells my husband, "Don't get married." And my husband looked at him. He's like, "I already married your granddaughter." He was like, "You're done."
Loco.
The guy got played like a piano.
Yeah, the guy that played the
Hey,
piano.
it was pretty cool though. That part was pretty cool.
Yeah,
This
it
is my
was.
brother from another mother, Ricky Versetti. If you haven't heard
Yeah.
any of his music, go check out Ricky Versetti. He was on The Queen of the South.
Mhm.
He's a really good lyricist. He's amazing when it comes to writing. I love writing with that dude, man. He's amazing.
He's got some stuff on here on Cuba Radio, and there's another person that was in the music video that I want to bring attention to that I believe is super talented and heavily underrated is Aisha.
Yeah.
Yes, Aisha is just an amazing talent, and
It's crazy when you put my music on in the car. Her first song, "Baby, baby, give it to me, baby, baby." You know that song comes on my. I have her music like programmed to my phone. So yeah,
she's got a song that actually I was working on my show for this coming weekend for should have been a bigger hit, and it's called Ese Sabor that she that she did, and that song is fire. If
Oh
you
yeah,
have
that
not,
one did really really well in Mexico. They've done
yeah.
line dances. They do yoga dances to that song. Like that song really did very very well for her.
So if you have not heard Aisha Ese Sabor, you need to check it out. It's an
There's a
awesome
lot of songs.
song.
She has a lot of music. Just go check her out on her
Yeah,
digital
definitely, definitely. Roger says, "Hello, Savannah Votion. How are you doing?" And a
platform.
great friend of the show and a wonderful supporter of Tejano music, the one and only Norma Salazar says,
Oh, she's
"Hello. How are you doing, Norma?" She
always
says,
pushing artists. She's
"Yes,
always
she's
out there trying to get artists heard. I always see you, girl. Thank you for what you do.
yeah." She says, "Hello, beautiful Savannah. Made it. Thank you so very much for making it, girlfriend. I
Oh,
appreciate
thank
you."
you.
Her husband George, by the way, is a great singer. I love his tone. He's very clean. He's got a lovely voice. If you've not heard George Salazar, you need to check him out. And he's got a beautiful voice. And you really need to pay attention to him. He's got a wonderful album as well. Miguel Angel Perez says, "Happy lunes, Savannah." Para
Hola, hola,
Savannah.
¿cómo estás? Feliz lunes. I gotta start practicing my Mexican accent.
Just,
I need to start listening to a lot more novelas. Okay.
yeah, right. Don't get it from the novelas because after that you're gonna be saying they're gonna be asking you, "Savannah, ¿cómo estás?" ¿Por qué? You know, it's like
¿Por qué?
that's American people watching them.
I
No.
love it.
David Villa says, "NDO talk soon. Great interview with Savannah. Keep shining. Back to work." David,
I know
have
I
a
gotta get back to
wonderful
work. I
day.
gotta
Thank you
get
so
back to
very
work.
much, brother. I appreciate you being here once again. If you have Netflix, go check out The Chosen. David Villa's on there. Put your thumbs up and say, "Hey, I really like that Centurion guy, the big tall one. That's David Villa. He's the one." So support him, please. And so let's see here. Miguel Perez says, "Gracias, amiga." Savannah, for sure. A good friend of the show, Felipe Leal. He says, "Saludos, everyone. Glad to see Savannah get some stage time." Of
Wow.
course, yes. She is. She see, everybody's happy that you're on there.
I am
No,
so grateful for y'all. You don't
yeah.
even know the love and the support that I have been receiving this past weekend. Y'all came out of the woodworks. Y'all showed up and showed out. That's all I have to say. I just sang, but
Mhm.
y'all were the cherries on top of the whole freaking ice cream. I'm just
There you go. There you go. Norma says, "Thank you, Lawrence, for the wonderful words." Of course, they're honest words. I really do believe them. David Villa says, "Savannah, see ya." Saludos, family, says George Vences. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up here. Miguel says, "Y qué bonito cantas para usted, Savannah. Me
Me
recordé,
escucho
escucho."
de esta canción de No olvides nuestro amor.
There you go.
La canción esa está bien chingona.
He's like, okay. I speak bad words too. En français, s'il vous plaît. So,
Yeah, that's a good song. You know, that song when I gave Gabriel the idea. I told him, I am my worst critic, which I am.
Mhm.
I seem to self sabotage myself all the time by getting in my own head. And he told me, "Wow, that's like kind of the most honest thing that someone could ever say." Because when you look in your mirror and you look at yourself, you have to love yourself. You have to really, 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 really love yourself. And at that time, I was just really going through a lot of different emotions. I had lost my mother, I lost my grandfather, I lost my grandmother on the same day I lost my mother. And it was just like all hitting me. So I said, let's write a song. And with this song, I wanted to talk about, sometimes you getting in your own head, you can have the most beautiful talent in the world. You can be the most beautiful person in the world. But if you're not whole within yourself, if you're not truly you, you hinder yourself, right? You become your own clutch. And I think you have to like dig in deep in with the side of yourself. And with that song, that was telling myself, like, I love me. Like, don't forget that I would never do you wrong, but I'm always going to do good for you. You're the only person that has your back. So you got to take care of yourself. Um, and yeah, that song came out beautiful. I got to have one of the men who is a pioneer in our industry, who is the man who kind of helped create the genre of Tejano music, Ruben Ramos. He's amazing in Gato Negro. He's a legend. He's an icon, and of course Rick Fuentes, one of my producers. Still to this day, I love Rick. He took me on. I was under Revolution Records for a little bit back in the early, about 2007, 16, around that time, and I was able to get on stage with Ruben every fiesta, every Jamaica. I was on stage with Ruben. Ruben always had me on stage with him. And I just want to give a big shout out to Mark, and to his son, to both his sons, and to his wife, Tina. They've always believed in me and always given me that utmost respect as an artist, and given me the best advice and telling me, don't, nope, don't do this, don't do that. You need to wear this, look classy, how to act, how to represent yourself. And Ruben's always told me, Mija, um, you got to take care of your body, got to take care of your mind, and you got to take care of your whole self. And that's something that I really, really, now that I'm older, I really, really take that into consideration. That I got those consejos by Ruben Ramos.
Yeah, he gave me a wonderful line when I interviewed him a couple years ago, where he said that for new artists, do that one thing, whatever it is that you do, make sure you're consistent with it, to stick with it, because if you constantly changing who you are, your fans are never going to know who you are. So
Exactly.
just keep that up, and that way you create a brand for yourself, which is a very, very good thing for new artists, to understand that you have to create familiarity with it. Jenny is asking, did you find the musicians you were looking for?
Oh yeah.
They're in San Antonio, girlfriend. The land of musicians.
That was a good one, man.
that's
Oh,
why that's why I play so many different instruments.
sure. I really wish I could play an instrument. I think I could play the wheel very well, but I don't know. I've tried to play the accordion, and it's just I don't have the patience.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, one day I'll sit down and try to do
For
something.
me, I'm lucky because I'm that guy that can read the manual and do it.
So you read music, but I don't read music.
Yeah, and so
I hear
that's
it.
yeah, that's what makes me weird.
So
People are like,
you're a math whiz then.
Yeah, I have a degree with the computer science and a minor in math.
Okay. Well, then let's be real. I like
Just-
flunked math all the time.
don't
So
it's-
I was good in English. Okay, I don't know what those freaking essays. I was always passing the essays. The reason why I passed high school is because my brother did my essay.
I saw, I saw your music video. You had a lot of essays in that video.
And my dad was cooking the fajita on there too.
Sorry, I had to throw that in
Oh
there.
my god. Nina
La,
was in that video too, my dog. Oh my god.
yeah, it's just real quickly. La Jolla says, well, "Where's La Jolla?" She says, "Hello, NDO and everyone. How are you doing, Jolla?" Where am I? Oh, Daniel Cordova says, "Great interview. Thank you, Daniel. I really do appreciate the
Thank you.
comments." Johnny Meadows says, "Hola, amigos, Norma Salazar and George Salazar and everybody else. Thank you so very much, Johnny. Really do appreciate you guys." So, hey, we've come to that part of the show where I give you the the whole floor, the whole everything. It's just you, and you can shout out and give your comments or whatever it is. Give your love and shout outs and tell people whatever and whatnot. I also want to remind people that if you want to get a hold of Savannah or get some more information from Savannah, she does have her Facebook page up right now. She doesn't have the other part, so it's in the works. But right now, her Facebook page is the best page you can get to it. So you
Yeah.
can go to her Facebook page. Check it out.
This is my favorite part. I love when he does that.
Savannah Facebook page, there's a QR code. You can go ahead and click on that one, and it will go to her Facebook page. And then you can find out some more information about it. The best way we can support each other, I mean, the best thing you can do is go to their shows and buy their merch. That's how you support Tejano music. That's how you support Savannah V. You go, you buy her music. She's got a ton of terrific, wonderful music. With that being said, Savannah, it's just you, sweetheart. I'm going to go ahead and drop out. Go ahead.
Oh man, there's a lot to talk about. I wish I could like just spill all the beans. I just want to give a big shout out to everybody that has been supporting me from day one. My true loyal supporters. You already rock with me. You already know what's up. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And of course, to my team, to Sacramento Studio, to Lizzie for taking me on, Ramirera for allowing me to experience this experience. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart. Um, I will not ever take this for granted. I will always be grateful for the opportunity that has been given to me because it's taken me very many years to be in this seat, in this hot seat that I'm in right now. Uh, and to keep the momentum going, I'm gonna stop with the emotions and I'm gonna get into motion. And y'all got a lot of things that's going to be put out. And if y'all can just do me a favor and support me, um, truly, if you can go onto my Facebook page under Savannah V, go to Savannah Votion, go to my link tree under Savannah V Music, follow everything because a lot of things are about to change. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity because it's all God that's doing this. And to my mom that came to me in my dream the other day, she came to me in my dream the other day, and I haven't seen my mom in so many years. My mom passed away 10 years ago. And the day I got the call from Ram and his wife, well, from his wife, I got the call, and in that call, I freaked out. I went to sleep that night, and my mother and I had a conversation. We had a deep conversation. I don't know what our conversations were, but my mama was running from the law. Okay, my mom was never. My mom was like a saint, and so when that happened, and I'm like, "What?" I'm hiding my mom from the cops in the dream, and in this dream, I wake up, and when I wake up, I'm like, "Hold on, is that her giving me like the closure, like Savannah, you're with Ramadan, the outlaw band?" That was my I think that was a sign from God that she was telling me that this is my time and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna seize this moment and I'm gonna make y'all proud. To my 210 fans out there, to all my Southsiders that have always rocked with me, to the West Siders, East Siders, all my family in Monterrey, all my family in Laredo, to my family has moved here to San Antonio. Everybody, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and go Spurs, go!
There you go. Go Spurs, go. Of course. George Venta says, hey, Savannah, I just inboxed you with interview time in California time,
Oh
by the way. There
yes,
you
I know.
go.
I'm
And
gonna go back and I'm gonna chit chat with you here.
yeah, Norma says, "Hey, you well deserved everything in your journey. Many blessings, beautiful, definitely. So it's wonderful that you are where you are. I think you have only room to grow and only room to go forward. I am a fan. I've always been a fan. Like I said, so I confessed earlier today. I have always been a fan. Um, I think you have wonderful talent, and I've always admired your vocals and your beauty from far away. Um, and I think you're just wonderful. I think this is like the second or third time that you've been on the show, and I've never shied away from talking about how truly talented you are, and I do believe that you are still needing more places to go and more things to do because I don't think we've seen the very
This is
best
just
of
the
you.
beginning. This is
Yeah,
just the beginning. This is something that um, I've been waiting for a long time, and I'm just like I said, I'm seizing the moment, and I'm gonna go full force with it. I mean, I'm an Aries, so we go full
there
force.
you go. There you go. Johnny Meadows says, hey, epic, powerful artista. Definitely. George Ventus says it's a great show, Indio. Thank you so very much. I really do. Janie says, many blessings to you, Savannah. Definitely. And guys, thank you so very much. And I do want to remind you, go ahead and go to her Facebook, and like she says, their link tree is there, so that way you can go and follow her on the other different streams. And if you're listening to Cubo Radio on the app or on the website, there is an add to cart button every time I play one of her songs. You can click on that add to cart button and it'll take you to Apple Music, to where you can buy her song, and also her entire catalog will be available for you to purchase there. I don't make any money from that transaction, but because I participate in the program, I do get a discount on my licenses because I'm a fully accredited radio station. Like I said before, ASCAP, BMI, C6, Core, and all of that. Thank you. Savannah, is there anything else that we missed out?
I do have a new single out. And y'all, if y'all could go and please, please, please go to my Spotify. That's one thing that I need y'all to go do right now. Go to Spotify under Savannah V and go check out my latest singles. They're amazing. Go and share them to your friends, families, whoever. I don't care. Just go show them to everybody because we got a lot more music coming out, and I'm excited for this new venture.
What's the single that you have out?
Chinelas. I forgot my own single.
Te vuelves loco?
Te vuelves loco. You know that song has people going crazy.
There you go. I only say because that's what I'm going to leave you with. Te vuelves loco.
And it would be mean to forget my own theme
It's
song.
okay. It's okay. Because I was like, oh, she mentioned in a different song. Because I don't hope not.
No, no, no.
Have a
I
great.
have, the thing is that we have songs that come out, on a
Yes.
normal.
Yeah.
They're supposed
And it's different from when you and I started, because they were very regimented. They were very regimented, as opposed to now it's just like whenever you want to, and it's not on an album. It's, you know, whenever, and it's a different system now. So Elizabeth says, hey, have a great night, everyone. Thank you,
We love you,
Elizabeth, for
Elizabeth.
joining us.
Mi
Thank you
besos.
very much.
She's
Yeah.
all the way down. And I told her I love the dress that is in back of you because she shows dresses, and she has a friend that sells dresses, beautiful, elegant dresses. And I told her I like that dress behind you. She was like, "Oh, okay." So she invited me to go see Ruben Ramos, and she ended up bringing the dress to me.
Oh my goodness.
What? No. And she's like, "No, this is for you." Oh my God, that was the dress you saw me standing there with Ram when Ram received his award, his Lifetime Achievement Award. I was wearing that dress with Aisha was there. I believe Jose Rosario, a bunch of other artists, Aisha, and we were all standing together, and I got to wear that beautiful dress. So Thank you, my friend. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have had that beautiful dress because it was like, girl.
There, there you go. Now, if you need some help, Elizabeth, please don't bother. I mean, don't think twice. Just go ahead and DM me, and I'd be happy
Oh,
to help out in any way whatsoever. Felipe says, "Hope to see you guys in Vegas. I will be there, brother. I go."
yes.
I go every year. So, and Vic Gonzalez, he says, "Hi everyone. Hey, how you doing, Vic?
We
Thank you so
love
very
Vic.
much. We're
Vic does
getting
everything for us.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the Labor Day. You know, we had to cancel well, we didn't cancel, but the Memorial Day thing got canceled, and it got moved, or not canceled, but rescheduled for Labor Day. So now it's Labor Day.
Okay.
I am one of the sponsors of that event, and so I do have a booth there. I will be live streaming from there as well, and hopefully y'all guys can come and show up. I do have some merch that I'll be giving away as well and selling. I know I'm a terrible salesman, but I will.
I
I
start
will have.
giving everything away.
Yeah,
So my
that's
mom used to be the maitre. How do you say the maitre d', or how do you say
yeah,
the selling the merchandise? And
yeah,
oh, you can have it.
yeah. That's me.
That's not selling merchandise. You gotta sell it.
Yep, that's the whole point. Yeah, Norma, I'll see you there as well. That's it's a precious person. That's what Norma says, and Elizabeth says you look beautiful in that dress for sure. All right, guys, thank you so very much, and thank you, Savannah. If you could stick around just a little bit, so we can take care of some radio business after the show. And for each and every one of y'all, thank you so very much for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. If today was a bad day, if you did not have a good day today, I just want to remind you that every day planes take off against the wind. You are loved. You matter. God bless you. And please be kind to each other. Take care of each other. With that being said, Te vuelvo loco from
Te
Savannah
vuelves
V.
loco.
And Vuelvas Loco, sorry, and it's a beautiful song, or it's a cool song, and
Beautiful song.
yeah,
It's a different song for Savannah.
yeah, yeah,
That's for sure.
yeah. But enjoy your evening, and thank you, Savannah, and thank you to each and every one of you. Remember, you matter. We'll see you next time, and it goes like this.